Hi guys, this is Ronnie back at you. So today we're going to talk about, hey, starting off, failing, and starting again. So you always hear these people on internet talking about, hey, you want to start off the day right, you want to establish a routine within 21 days, all that jazz. But rarely do people talk about the benefits of when you stop and starting back. A couple things happen when you start and stop back. Stop and then start back. Couple things. One, gives you time to rest. you know, for people who do the 21 days of prayer, people who do the, um, you know, whatever program, latest program. I know back in the day was P90X and all that jazz, and see great results, and then they just stop. And then what ends up happening is they're like, oh man, I stopped. And then they don't pick it back up. What I've learned, and anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm a disciplined and habit person. And I think one of the ways that you can, stay on track, not necessarily just to say do everything all the time, every day. It's just more so about creating a lifestyle change. So for those who don't know, I'm vegan. Been vegan now going on 8 years. And one of the things that a lot of people ask me, how did you get started? I always say, hey, watch What the Health, or watch these YouTube videos. Went down the rabbit hole, right? And the rabbit hole just kind of led to one thing, led to another thing, led to another thing. And so to me, why I bring that example up, or that experience up, is to say it wasn't necessarily hard for me to go to vegan when I just literally just changed my mindset. And people say, did you sleep? Did you slip up? Like, yes and no. Yes, because I might have ate something that might have some dairy, or might have had some chicken stock in it, and me not knowing. Or I probably just didn't want to create too much havoc with a restaurant. Because can you imagine ordering a barbecue joint with all your friends and colleagues and telling them, hey, does the greens have meat in it? Does the beans have meat in it? Does the mashed potatoes have butter? Does it have cheese in it? And as you can imagine, the waiter or the waitress gets super frustrated. Now, if I just know that all this stuff probably has it in there, I just go with a salad. And then, some salad dressing might have some type of garlic or something. I mean, some Parmesan or something like that in there. But I digress. The whole point of not about my slip ups in regards to becoming vegan, but it's more so of I just changed my mindset. And so what I'm trying to encourage you guys is to say, hey, change your mindset. And one of the ways that you change your mindset is your why. When you talk about your why, I think it doesn't become easier to change your behavior, but it becomes more understandable and more sustainable. And those two key words are very important when you're talking about making a better lifestyle choice. Because, whether it's from drinking, whether it's from exercising, whether it's from, negative thinking, stinking thinking, as my godfather, Dr. Adolph Brown, will always say, whatever your vice or whatever it is you're trying to change, as long as you put a why behind it, I think it becomes more sustainable, because you're saying, okay, hey, why did I stop wanting to drink? Why did I want to stop smoking marijuana? Or why did I want to stop, come home late, or whatever it is? Whatever it is, I mean, if I hit some of your pressure points, man, I'm sorry, I apologize. That's not my intention at all. But all I'm saying is, when you're talking about doing a mindset change, think about the why. And I know, for your self-help gurus, your people who have listened to your Tony Robbins, who listen to your Les Browns, who listen to all the greats, they always say, man, I've heard this plenty of times again. Hey, that's the name of the game. When you start and stop something, it's not about, oh man, I failed, and you just stop. If you, let's say you stop drinking for a whole 30 days, and then on that 31st day, you have a drink. And then you have 2 drinks, you have 3 drinks. Then next day you feel like crap. And then you might create this habit for another 3 to 5 days. The question is okay, do you just give it up? Stop trying? Or do you say, you know what? Okay, where did you slip up? Maybe you was hanging out with your friends. Maybe you were traveling a lot. Maybe something was stressing you out. And then, so once again, you go back to that why. Why did you stop drinking? Okay, you stopped drinking because money, or you felt like you wasn't really present the next day, the next morning for work. Maybe you had the brain fog, all that kind of stuff. So then you say, okay, all right, make a note. I'm big on notes. Tim Ferriss, if you're watching this, man, I love you, man. I feel like you're a long lost brother, because he talks so much about it in this 4-hour work week and the Tools of the Titans, all these great books. And he talks about, hey, creating these little habits and creating these just little nuances to make sure that you stay on the right path. And if you fail with drinking alcohol in a 5-day period, all you gotta do is back up out of it and start again. Because think about it, over those 30 days, you've improved a lot. So when you messed up within that 5-day window, when you start back, you're not starting back where you did when you first stopped drinking. You're starting back from, hey, 30 days prior you stopped. And then you can set small goals. I always tell people, always reward yourself. Reward yourself for something that's within your wheelhouse, okay? And what I mean by that, if you're eating healthy, right? You don't want to reward yourself with a big fat donut. You don't want to reward yourself with a cake. And I know you're like, well, Rondo, hey, I mean, is it a reward if I don't get to have those things? Well, yes and no. Yes, it's a reward, but is it going to set you back? Is it going to put you at a point where you can't come back to where it is that you are originally trying to go for a lifetime? So then maybe you say, okay, your reward for eating healthy is a nice healthy snack that you typically wouldn't eat in your daily regimen, but it's not so bad like a big fat donut or double fried Oreo, which, by the way, I love Oreos. I haven't eaten in a while, but I love Oreos. My whole point of all this to say is one of the reasons why I recorded this video is because when you scroll through social media and you see so many people talking about, I can get you lose 50 pounds in 30 days. I can make you a gazillionaire in 30 minutes. Everybody's, throwing these obscene, obscure goals and catchy phrase for you to click. But what I'm starting to see is a large group of people who might not trying to be the next Warren Buffett, who might not be trying to be the next Grant Cardone, who might not be trying to be the next E.T. Thomas, Eric Thomas, excuse me. They just want to be the best them. And so what I'm finding out is a huge market of people who really just want help. And they just want to be the best them. They might not want to start a new company. They might not ever want to be a self-employed person. They might not ever want to own a business. But it doesn't stop them from, if they're working for the local government, if they're working for a real estate agency, or if they're working for a law firm or what have you, they just want to be a better them. And there's nothing wrong with that. And, we shouldn't be so focused on, hey, everybody should have a Lamborghini. Everybody should have $1 billion. 10X this, yada, yada. Which no slight to you, Grant. I love your work. I love 10X, but that's the kind of person I am. I love to just pound, and get to the nuts and bolts of who I feel like I can be, Ronnie Rice can be. So once again, the purpose of this video is not to shame you. It's not to say, oh man, you're terrible. It's not to say, hey, you are, less than anything. If you fail at trying something, don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. Which, by the way, for y'all young folks, y'all don't understand what that is. It means basically when people might give up on trying something, all because they had 1 hiccup or 2 hiccups, 3 hiccups, 4 hiccups, or 10 hiccups. And if you learn anything about success, you're going to always have some type of hiccups, but you prepare for that. You have just like you save for a rainy day with financials, you need to save for rainy day with your motivation and your business and your work, or, your education. Your family, So, hey, just because you messed up, man, get back up. Get back and try it again. You fall down 6, get up 7. I know that sounds easier said than done. However, you'll thank yourself in the long run. So, hey, don't feel bad about falling. Just get back up. Take you a break. But then always make notes. Tim, once again, that's one of the things I love that you talk about in your book. Make notes. And that way you can measure your growth and see where you fail. And then now that you know why you fell, you can make sure you avoid falling again. This is Ron Rice, man. Definitely like me, subscribe, man. Share this to your folks, man. I hope this helped you. You guys have a blessed day.